All right, here we are, guys. Hole number 7. We're going to get going for you guys. And we'll see what we can get here for a wind. Pretty much dictates how I play this one. I'll typically do a bump. What I'll typically do is whatever the wind is, I'll do the opposite. So you can see my opponent going to the left-hand side, which is going to cause him to pull up to higher ground, sometimes near the cliff or onto the cliff, which typically makes the ball land longer. So I won't do that. I'll actually go to the other side. So that's what I would encourage you guys to do as well. May require just a little bit of curl when you have to do it this way. However, it is just a little bit easier to be consistent. You won't have to worry about pulling up to higher ground and landing long. So this ball will land long. So if you don't pull at an angle, you know, maybe even with perfect ball, he would have actually clipped the fairway. So you never know. But what you'll see is the ball lands longer than he anticipates, so it actually skips forward more because it doesn't land where he lined up to land. So that is the thing that you need to consider when doing this shot. Now, what I'm going to do is essentially just play this side slope up here. And we are going to be pulling down to lower ground in this situation, which is typically going to make the ball land just a little bit shorter. We are going to probably just try to curl this a little bit. And with that in mind, you know, I may use just kind of a mid-ish club a number. And as I mentioned, you know, I'm going to pull up to higher ground. This is mid-club right here. And I'm going to pull up. You know, you can see I pulled just at a slight angle. And the reason why is because of what I mentioned. Is because I know that the ball is going to land just a little bit shorter. Now, I may or may not need to curl that, but you can see that the ball comes up well short. And that's because of what I'm mentioning. The ball's landing short because you're pulling down to lower ground. It's basically a glitch in the mechanics of the game, but it's just something that you need to know. That happens, and the more that you know, are intuitive to what's going on, you can just find a method. You know, some guys will pull their rings normal, and then just at the last second, they'll pull up a ring or two at the very end. So, but you need to make the corrections for that in order to try to get this one online and get that hole out. So you need to, in some form, either run the ball guide through the hole and just let it land short, or you need to do something to make it land at that original height, which is what I was doing, which I was trying to pull at a slight angle. And you can see that I was basically pulling up the slope as opposed to just straight with the wind. So keep that in mind. You're going to need to factor that in if you are going for that bump. So good luck there, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.